2016, I came to Johannesburg. I came with a friend of my cousin. I was alone, no funding, and no place to stay. But the friend of my cousin helped me to accommodate me for a few months. I then moved to a res in Brixton, and that's where I settled for the entire year for 2016 while I was doing my undergrad. My undergrad qualification was public management and governance. So moved to 2017, I had to take a gap year due to my financial constraints, and then I came back in 2018 to further my studies, which was my second year. While I was doing my second year, I fell in love with information and knowledge management. And then while I was doing my final year in 2018, that's where I decided, in 2019, that's where I decided to apply for an honors in information management.
I decided to come to Johannesburg, since in KZN there are those lower job opportunities. Since I claimed when I come in Johannesburg, at least I will be able to get anything that can just make me to not stuck, not especially financially. Then for me, this thing of hustling, I take it so important because I understand that I have a lot to deal with, more especially since I didn't have a backup. I'm actually from the very poor family or background, I can put it that way. So for me, this thing of hustling means a lot to me.
I am a CA, SA by profession. I studied accounting, so the CA stream. And what I do here at KPMG, I am a manager in the Department of Professional Practice.
What captured me to be an employee here in Johannesburg, it was the people that grew up in my area, especially the area where I am from, whereby we were not used to the city life, the internet, as well as wearing formal, waking up in the morning, carrying a laptop bag, and then going to the office. Yeah, we were not used to it. That's what captures me the most, and it inspired me that in one of the good days I want to see myself in a particular office, particular building, as well as an organization that is well reputable.
Get into corporate, now you see the money and you just have to say, what do I do with this? Also, in corporate, there's sometimes micromanagers, which kind of makes you feel like they don't trust you. So yeah.
My greatest achievement, I would say, getting a job at the government. It was not easy. It was quite competitive. And I remember when I attended my first interview back in 2021, we were more than 30 people competing for one position. And I was amongst the candidates that were fit for that position.
My greatest achievement is exceeding expectations when I was doing an audit clients while I was also working in the Department of Professional Practice.
The reason why I'm doing this job is to maintain and uplift my personal life and the life of my family as a whole. And as I've mentioned, that I'm actually coming from the poor background, so I actually have to make it sure I push in this job so that at least maybe one of the career that I've been mentioned that I wanted to be a teacher, maybe one day I see it come in my life. So that's more important, I think. That's why I think for me I have to push in this job.
My favorite thing about working in the Gauteng Department of Education, I would say the culture and the organizational values, how we interact with my colleagues, as well as the opportunities within the department. Most people, they would say there's no growth in government, but in my understanding, growth is not within the government or the organization. Growth is within you as an individual. How are you willing to do self-development? Which are the skills that you want to acquire when you knock off or when you leave the office? So there is growth, and I really love working for the department, and I'm looking forward to grow within that department.
Okay, so what I did notice is that in London they actually work longer hours, but then they don't start that early either. And there's a lot of people that cycle to work, whereas here in Joburg, we just drive, or take taxis, or take buses. So I think that was the most noticeable part of everything.
Normally, I don't sleep more than 4 hours. I sleep 3 hours on weekdays, and then on weekends, that's when I get enough time to sleep. So I wake up at 6 a.m.
I wake up at 6 o'clock.
So each day when I'm at work, like people that I actually have a like a relationship with, I just actually interact with everyone in the building, but mostly I used to spend like more time at reception, but just unfortunately now since I'm doing escort, I'm actually walking around all the building or every floor. So every person, as long as that person is actually here in the building, I make sure like I create like a good relationship with that particular person, from cleaners, security, since like I'm a security well, so my manager and like the receptionist I've mentioned, and KPP staff from every floor. It's like I have friends in this building. Only find that no, it's just people that I know. Yes.
The people that drives the success of the city of Johannesburg are the ones that are on the ground. I'm referring to the office admin, not the senior managers or the junior managers, because the office admins are the ones that are doing the groundwork, and then they report to the junior staff, and then the junior staff will report to the middle managers, and then they'll just take it to the next reporting level. So the ones that drives the success of the city are the ones that are on the ground. The securities, the office admin, the receptionist, the cleaners, and everyone else that supports the success of the city.
I feel like corporate is now going into a more rigid area. So in terms of that, what I mean is that they're stopping the hybrid, especially in the firms. So I think the one thing I would change is just keeping the hybrid culture.
We need to transition from the traditional way of doing things to the modern way of doing things, and integrating the technology part, because we still use the old ways of writing a memo. A memo must be written, and then after that it must be routed from one office to another for a signature, other than doing that thing electronically, and then I send it. We maybe say have a system of writing a memo. After writing it, I just send it through. Everyone that's supposed to sign have access. They can just log in using their credentials, sign, and things they just get approved in a day, not a month, just to get one submission to be approved. So I would change the traditional way of doing things into adapting to the modern way and integrating technology.
In the next 10 years, I actually see myself and back to KZN, but the way I see, like, it seems like I have to push harder a bit so that maybe I can just do my things, because it's look like I just came here in Johannesburg just to grab what I can grab so that I can just go back home. I'm just kind of a person that don't want to stay so much far from my family. So I feel like I actually have to work, trying to make sure like my life can no longer be the same. As I once mentioned, that I need to at least trying to improve, but I need to actually spend a lot of entire life in KZN after 10 years. It will actually depends on how I actually did my things here, since I'm here in Johannesburg. But after 10 years, at least I should be in KZN. No matter what I will be doing in KZN, but as long as I'm there next to my home, that's all.
I would consider Johannesburg as the world-class city, especially in Africa, because it is the economic hub of South Africa. And most people, we have so much influx outside Gauteng, people that are coming from different provinces with their skills, with their knowledge, with their intellect, and they come here to do what? To work and to boost the economy of Gauteng. So Gauteng itself, it's a province of opportunities, not Johannesburg specifically, but Gauteng, it's a province of opportunities. Yeah, and most of the headquarters for the big companies in South Africa, they are based here in Johannesburg. So it's easier for anyone to grow or to get an opportunity.